Hey guys, what's going on? Sean of Third Rail. Fine. I hope you're having a beautiful day today. You may remember a story of a Tennessee police department was embroiled in a tantalizing, scandalous, titillating, very horny scandal. It was in the Lavergne Police Department. Maybe you remember Maegan Hall. I think I did 3 or 4 videos of that, and, each one was hysterical, and I loved it. It was great content. There was the fact that this young woman, she slept her way through the police department. I mean, her poor husband. Her poor husband! Yeah, I'm gonna stand by her. You good Jedediah. Holy smokes, what a good man he is. A cuck, but a good man, I guess. But and then there was the repercussions, and then there was, like, the lawsuits, and one of the lawsuits was like, "You know what? These After the second time I crashed the police car, these people should have known they should have never hired me." That was in the one of the lawsuits. After the second time she crashed the police car. I suppose that's similar to female pilots parking their planes upside down. But anyways, so that sort of kind of fizzled out, and life sort of moved on. We never really got any closure or an update or anything with that, except now we do. Here's an update if you're interested. Revealed. That's right, it's revealed what police officer who slept with 6 coworkers is doing now after $500,000 settlement. $500,000 is a pretty penny considering she basically literally and figuratively sucked that police department dry. And I'm not talking just their money. So her sexual antics at a small Tennessee police department stunned and titillated America, sparking an avalanche of mocking internet memes. Oh, the memes. The memes were just the greatest I've ever seen. This poor girl probably hates her life so much now that she is forever an internet meme. But it's fair to say that cop gone wild Megan Hall is settling down to an altogether quieter life out of the spotlight. And it's clear she still loves wearing a uniform, albeit of an entirely different variety, Daily Mail can exclusively reveal. So I mean, okay, on the one hand, this girl was smeared. She was a meme, is hilarious, the butt of all kinds of jokes. I mean, commentators like me went to town. Uh, the internet in general, Twitter went crazy. It was the funniest thing ever. But um, there's that. But there's also paparazzi. Like paparazzi's following this girl around. So probably not too happy with the way life is going. After being fired for her romps with several male officers at the Lavergne Police Department just south of Nashville 2 years ago. Can you believe it was 2 years ago? Man, time flies. When we disclosed the 29-year-old siren, let me tell you, they're using the word siren rather loosely, unless they're talking about, how like old sailors or pirates or whatever would hear the sweet sirens call, and they would see this beautiful mermaid, but they were so drunk and their balls were so full, they were like that mermaid is so beautiful, and they ended up fucking a manatee. Same idea. Anyways, she's returned to her earlier role as a pharmacy technician. There you go. That's the update, I guess. I wonder, you know what? I wonder if she ever took that stripping gig. The local strip club was like, "Listen, we'll give you $10,000 for 2 dances." It's like it's like one like on a Saturday and one on a Sunday, or Friday and a Saturday, something like, "We'll give you 10,000." And it doesn't have to be great. It just has just something. And I mean, shit, I'd take that. And I'm white. I don't know how to dance. Anyway, so Daily Mail exclusive photos reveal that means swapping the crisp, clean lines of a police tunic for somewhat baggier blue scrubs, complete with a distinctive Tennessee College of Applied Technology patch on her sleeve. And instead of being authorized to pack a gun in the line of duty, I would not trust this broad with a gun. Oh, you can't trust her with a police car. She crashed it multiple times. Like, it seems like the only package that she's able to handle is the ones that belong to men. I mean, she handles all sizes. She's, uh, so she's currently licensed by the Tennessee Department of Health with the with the number 6501 to pack medicines according to its database. I'm sure that's fine. I'm sure that's all fine. So she still lives in the same 3-bedroom house in Manchester, Tennessee, that she bought with her husband Jedediah 9 months before she was unceremoniously fired from her short-lived law enforcement career. Now, her husband Jedediah, you might remember, was like, "I'm gonna stick with you, baby. I'm gonna stick with you no matter how many dicks you suck." And everyone's like, "Bro, what? Why? I mean, you're not. I mean, you're fine, average looking fella. You're a police officer as well. I mean, he was a park ranger. You know, he was there stealing picnic baskets or whatever. But yeah, or no, he wasn't. He was Yogi steals the picnic baskets. He was protecting the picnic baskets. You know what I mean? But then he got a job as a cop too. He became a sheriff's deputy, which is really cool. That so despite winning a $500,000 payout from the city of La Vergne, 50 miles north of the neat home values don't matter. Like all these like did you the $1 million home. So what if the house is $1 million? I mean, prices are jacked. It doesn't matter. After claiming she was groomed by the officers she was romping with at times on police property. She wasn't listen. She claimed she was groomed because obviously she has to be the victim. The thing was she just wanted she just wanted the men. But that's what it was. Like I went her whole lawsuit was like basically like a No Doubt song. Like, "I'm just a girl in the world, and that's all they'll let me be." That's all it was. It was so, like, self-pitying. It's like, "Really? You have no agency? Accountability has crippled you? You can't do anything?" Yeah. Like, "They should have known better to never even hire me in the first place because I'm so terrible." It bro, bro, it was awful. Anyways, like, like, the look on this woman's face being like, "How dare you? I am just walking my dog, and you are photographing me." And I bet that's awful. Having paparazzi after you is probably terrible. Also, worst unflattering scrubs I've ever seen. Yeah. This is the one this is the one that we know. This bright-eyed man. So I guess the last 2 years has not been kind to her because holy cow, I haven't seen somebody age so fast within just 2 years. Barack Obama didn't even age that fast, and he aged like a rocket ship in his presidency. Oh my god, it was a rocket ship. This woman's like twice as fast as that. Anyways, this bright-eyed woman, not so bright-eyed anymore. Yeah, look, so from that to this, get an angry scowl. So so angry. Why are you photographing me? Well, because people are interested. Because you are a national headline for months. But the butt of the joke for months. And people just start curious, you know, because it comes across their minds. Hey, whatever happened to so and so? Whatever happened to the girl that fucked the entire police department and then blamed them because they were a whore? So Jedediah, her husband, a local Coffee County Sheriff's deputy, when the sensational story broke in January 2023, vowed to stand by her at the time. Yeah. I was like, dude, I don't know why. Like, I mean, a lot of jokes aside, uh, what that guy would have gone through would have been just it would have been rough, man. Like, infidelity is a pretty tough thing, and it's one thing if your partner just, like, steps out on you just one time, but if your partner steps out on you, like, repeatedly with all of her coworkers and sort of you're the butt of the joke and everybody's kinda, like, laughing at you while they're coming in your wife, it's h how do you do that? Like, these, like, men, like, they're, like, videoing this dude's wife sucking their balls, and she's, like, all into it, and, like, you're supposed to just, "I must stand by my wife." How can you know what I mean? Like, it's rough. So, I get in some ways, I guess, my heart sort of went out to that guy because he's, I don't know, trying to be a good husband, but at some point you go, "Why do you gotta be a good husband when your wife is for the streets?" Y I'm sure out there somewhere is a good woman who needs a good husband. A woman who isn't for the streets should have a good husband. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but hopefully it does. The college sweethearts were married in 2019 and both remained registered owners of the house, according to records. And our exclusive photos of Hall outside reveal she is still wearing at least one ring on her wedding finger, despite all the trauma to her marriage. Cutting an unlikely temp- Cutting an unlikely temptress figure. Yeah, she doesn't exactly look like a temptress. And I was explaining this thing. So, as some of you may know, I am a welder or an iron worker by trade, right? That's my trade. I'm a welder. I mean, now I'm a stay-at-home dad with 4 young autistic sons, but I'm a welder. And so I've been in all kinds of welding shops or on construction sites, doing welding or just whatever. And I've seen this phenomenon and it's called shop hot, shop hot. And it's this phenomenon where you have a girl, maybe she's like a 5 out of 10, sometimes a 4 out of 10, even a 6 out of 10. And they are just so gorgeous. There they are. They're like doing this manly thing. They're not manly, but you have this girl uh, trying to weld or trying to do construction, or maybe they're a little bit, dirty because they're, digging or something, but they're it's this girl in this very manly environment, and you look at them and you go, "Oh my god, I want that. That is hot. That is oh wow." And then maybe you fool around with them or whatever. Maybe the entire shop does. I mean, I never, but maybe the shop does, and, then you sort of, like, get them removed from that environment, and you look at them and you go, "Wow, you're you're just not that much hot, medium hot, not all that and a bag of potato chips." It's almost like beer goggles. Shop hot is kind of like beer goggles, except you're not intoxicated. Anyways, so, point of that is, Maegan Hall was shop hot. So that's why it's cutting an unlikely temptress figure. Yeah, because she was shop hot. Um, the sailors didn't wanna hump manatees either, but, Shop on. She took her dog out. Oh, who cares about that? That's stupid. Um, it's unclear if Hall, whose records show she was originally licensed as a pharmacy technician in October 2018, before switching to her doomed cop career, is working full time. It doesn't matter. She's probably taking a considerable pay cuts from her previous role. I mean, I guess probably $20,000 pay cut. I guess. I mean, whatever. Perhaps with that in mind, Hall certainly doesn't appear to be splashing out following her successful legal action against the city. They settled the lawsuit, but denied any admission of liability. Like they paid her to go away. She goes back and forth, and who cares? D- It doesn't matter the car she drives. She drives an old car. It doesn't matter. She is angry here, though. Look at this angry. That's an angry put 'em. Yeah, with face. Anyways, oh my god. Like I see these photos and I can just imagine the Daily Mail reporters are there like in their car with their camera snapping photos out of the window of their car. Snap, 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 snap. And she's just can't do anything about it. All she can do is just scowl at them and just make the face. Okay. All right. Let's see if there's any more. We don't care about the cars. Um, let's see if there's any more juicy details before we wrap this up. Her down to earth routine appears a far cry from the whirlwind of sexual shenanigans that catapulted La Vergna Police Department to nationwide infamy, with raucous amusements and the fallout that is still being felt to this day. Yeah, the whole police service got turned upside down. People in like city leadership just it rocked the city. It was actually such a big scandal, and it was so funny. The alleged escapades included Hall giving oral sex while on duty, proposing threesomes with another officer and his wife, having affairs, and whipping off her bikini top at a Girls Gone Wild hot tub party. Yeah, she was. There's just like six officers, and she was doing them all over the place. It, absolutely insane. She told her cop clique that she was in an open marriage and also tried to recruit straight-laced former state park ranger Jedediah into swinging sessions. So Jedediah didn't think they were in an open marriage. But as an excuse to lure the other men, she told them, and then so she was like, "Oh, my husband, my husband, who's actually quite religious. His name is Jedediah. There's a hint. Let's have a threesome. You, me, and the very large black officer whose penis is probably the size of an oak tree. Just, you know, no wonder Jedediah said no. That'd be very intimidating." But her pastor's son, husband, so her husband is the son of a pastor, wasn't really on board. You don't say. You don't say. Instead, he accused his wife of cheating. Fair. That's fair. According to internal investigation after a whistleblower complaint by Sergeant Ty McGowan first exposed the astonishing goings on. So this of course you may remember the probe led to patrol officer Juan Lugo, Lewis Powell, Detective Seneca Shields, McGowan himself, losing their jobs after being accused of having sex with Hall. Three cops who traded naked pictures with Hall. Um, Officer Malagiloco, Officer Schuberl, Officer Halliday, they were suspended. Um, yeah. So like everyone, literally everyone was. It's a small town, so it doesn't have that many police officers, but everyone was just pumping into this girl. On, it's crazy. And then she, "But I was groomed." No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You were in there, and there's all these manly men, and then you're like, "Oh my god." But just 50 months later, he would also be fired. So, talking about the, police chief, Chip Davis, um, he was, fired for failing to discipline the officers at the time when he knew what was going on. So the chief learned that there were shenanigans, he didn't step in, and, he was like, "Oh, the shenanigans? Let me see. Oh my god, I see her nakedness in these photos," and then, he even pestered one of his sergeants to send him a video of Hull masturbating. So she would twirl the old bean, she would record it, send it to the guys, and then unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now, Daily Mail can reveal incredible new details about the 49-year-old further downfall from Chief in another knock on from the scandal. Okay, so we're still talking about the Chief, right? The former top cop is currently languishing in jail after being arrested on January 29th, accused of the aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault of his estranged wife, Kelly, amid their bitter divorce. Now, that's shocking. Actually, I didn't know that. I don't read these beforehand. Man, so the former police chief is in jail because he aggravated assaulted and aggravated kidnapping of his estranged wife. Wow, that's a fall from grace. Holy cow. This comes after he was taken into custody for a separate incident in December where he was accused of stalking but was later released. And now he's been hit by a slew of serious new felony charges following an incident at his former marital home 20 miles from La Vergna. Davis was decertified as a law enforcement officer in December and is on a $145,000 bond. Oh, his life has completely gone off the rails. Oh, it's fun. It is crazy how one little thing will just send you spiraling into oblivion. It's just like one mishap. So this former chief is allegedly he's accused of violently attacking his wife Kelly, grabbed a gun and refused to let her go or their children um in the hours long standoff. Wow, that's that is crazy. Getting back to Megan Hall, one of the things that she said is the Officer Powell. He's the biggest, blackest one. He's the size of an oak tree. He was like, you need to hump me, otherwise I'm gonna off myself." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna off myself if you don't hump me." And she's like, "Well, I don't want that to happen. I better do it." Apparently, that's what she's accusing uh, him of. Oh my, she looks miserable. Look at these photos. Oh my god, that's crazy. Um, so Hall said she also tried to like end herself, self-delete, commit suicide, whichever term you prefer, in the aftermath of the fairs. And people doing that is always sad, is always tragic. Um, I mean, I guess don't hump your way through an entire police department. That that's never gonna go well. And luckily, luckily she didn't. In the city's investigation, Hall admitted, "I got stupid, I got desperate, I guess, and guys are guys, and they'll stick their dick in anything." Oh, jeez, talk about not taking accountability. I got stupid, I got desperate. Oh, well, I guess then, it's the guys, because guys have no self-control. Like, come on, lady. Jesus Christ, take some fucking accountability. While discussing her affair with Powell, she said at one point carried they had carried out sex acts on police property. She said, "I gave him a blowjob in the substation. Me and my husband were kind of on the verge of a divorce, and I just cracked, and then it just kind of got out of hand." Yikes. That's that's a lot. Every I guess everything's going to shit. But anyways, that's the update. If you're curious, now you kinda know. For these individuals, it's all going to shit. So I guess, I don't know, try and live a good life and don't become a meme. Don't become a lol cow, I guess. That might be easier said than done for some. But anyways, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, that's a plan. We've just made a plan. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.